Buddy, glad to have you with us. Big football game, of course. New Trier and Evanston, always big whenever the two teams get together. Glad to have you with us wherever you may be here on the network. We're ready for the opening kickoff. And the kick away and into the end zone. It'll be an automatic touchback in high school. So the Trevians will take over on their own 20-yard line, just getting underway with this one. New Trier and Evanston both have already made the playoffs and come into this game with identical 6-2 records, and both to play in the 8A playoffs. New Trier, the fifth largest school in state. Evanston over 3,000, and I think they're about 15th or so in the state, something like that. A lot of big schools here in the north suburbs. Hand off to Matt Kelly. He picks up about 3. And we'll call it 2nd down and 7 from there. So Matt Kelly, hopefully back to form following the early season injury. They're going to need him down the stretch here in the playoffs. The handoff again to Kelly. And again, he'll gain about 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Trevians. Just on their way. Glad to have you wherever you may be on the network. Evanston has a lopsided lifetime record against New Trier in their favor. But New Trier's won 8 of the last 11 meetings, including last year. Back to pass, incomplete. Andrew Kayeski, the intended receiver, and now the Trevians will have to kick it away. We've just gotten underway. Glad to have you wherever you may be here on the network. Again, having some equipment problems this week, but hopefully everything will work out in the end here. That bouncing is caused by people walking up and down the stairs here in the new press box at Evanston. Beautiful new press box, but unfortunately it is a little wobbly. They kick away and take it at about the 40-yard line. Up ahead, he gets up by midfield, and down he goes. And that's where the Wildkits will take over right at the midfield strike. Eric Benz doing the kicking and right to midfield. And that's where Evanston will take over. I'm beginning to get a little bit old. Starting to look at some of these guys from Evanston and some of the guys from New Trier, and one of the guys from Evanston I went to grammar school with 40 years ago. Junior high, 40 years ago. Pickup of 4, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. We're here at Evanston. Yeah, that's the way things may work out. In the first or second game, these two teams could meet again in the playoffs if everything works according to Hoyle. A little flare out to the outside. Caught. Avoids a couple of tackles and gets to the 40-yard line. Some sloppy tackling on the part of the Trevians there. And it's 1st down for the Wildkits right at the 40-yard line of the Trevians. I'm a little bit surprised how small the crowd is here. I assume it's going to gather a little bit, but just the same, it is seemingly a small crowd by Evanston New Trier standards. Back in the 30s, they had to play these games over at Dyke Stadium. Couldn't find any place else to fit all the crowd. Or if you prefer Ryan Field, I'll never accept that. Still going to be Dyke Stadium to be over at Northwestern. Alex Brown, the ball carrier. And picks up another 7. Second down and 3. Second down and 3. There have been some classic games between these two teams. This rivalry dating back to 1913. And nice job by Matt Kelly. Bouncing off the check and making the tackle of Brown. He actually lost a yard on that. Well, I'll take that back. Gained about a half yard. So that'll be 3rd and 2.5. New Trier and Evanston. Of course, whenever we talk about this rivalry, a lot of people go back to that 1973 mouthguard game. Evanston supposedly seemingly kicked a game-winning field goal. And Alex Brown, again, dropped for a loss. Ty Burke. Well, they called it Ty Burke, but it wasn't Ty Burke that made that. I think it was Dodson. But in any case, it's 4th down. 4th and 4, and I'm pretty sure the Wildkits, they might even take a delay of game in order to make sure that the ball gets deep here. Brian Kelly. And now the delay of game. I'm pretty good at that, huh? And the Wildkits will move it back 5 yards. So the refs will move it back 5 yards for the Wildkits, and that'll bring up 4th down and 9. And the Kits now will kick it. What happened was the Evanston, going back to that game in 73, Evanston Wildkit went to kick the field goal at New Trier and didn't have his mouth guard in and got called for it. And the field goal disallowed. New Trier went down the other way and ended up kicking the game-winning field goal. So it's taken at the 9-yard line, down at the 9. That's where the Trevians will take over. There have been a lot of classic games, like we said, between these two teams. Among the parents and among the staffs, everything's pretty well. Not quite as nasty, but as far as students and sometimes the coaches, it's gotten a little ugly. I remember a game a couple of years ago where one of the New Trier coaches saw a piling on routine and actually went out on the field and gave a punch to one of the Evanston players. That was in I think the 1999 game, or maybe the 1998 game. I remember a lot of unsportsmanlike penalties. Matt Kelly gets to the outside and gets up to about the 24-yard line. That'll be good enough for a Trevian first down. There you see the crowd, not much there. 6:30 left to play here in the first quarter. Dusty Napoleon headed for Iowa next fall to play baseball. Back to pass. Throws. Incomplete. Intended on the far side, Krajewski, I think so. Yeah, it was intended for Andrew Krajewski, incomplete, or maybe Spencer Craig. I'm not sure exactly. No, it was Andrew Krajewski. Spencer Craig just checking into the ball game. So next week, definitely we're going to have some playoff action, both soccer and football, right here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. So stay with us through the fall. We've actually gotten a couple of games that we haven't put on the air. Soccer and, well, not football, but soccer. And time permitting, we might get to some of those a little bit later on here in the fall. Basketball season now just 4 weeks away. They'll start getting on the floor. November 10th is the official IHSA approval date to be on the floor and practicing and tryout. Back to pass, and instead Napoleon takes it himself and gets the first down. Now first and 10 for the Trevians at their own 46-yard line. This year going to be kind of fun to keep track of college basketball, what with 4 new Trier players now playing D1 basketball this year. And a couple of them should have some pretty good years. They're getting late in their careers, college. They're saying that even Piertovic is going to get some starting time this year down at Tulane. Todd Townsend's defense is medium, a starter at Marquette. And boy, they're talking big time about Matt Loddick. He came close to setting a couple of records last year with Stanford. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Ryan O'Rourke. Third down. It's going to be fun to watch the basketball this year. Loddick had 79 threes last year for Stanford. I spent the whole day this past Thursday. Not much. Fourth down, and the Trevians will probably have to kick this one away. But spent all day this past Thursday in real time on the telephone talking to ESPN. And they're going to say that maybe New Trier might be going for it. I don't think so. Yeah. They're going to let Ryan O'Rourke kick it away. And it's going to bounce into the end zone. That wasn't really the plan. The plan was to down it before it got there, but good kick in another sense. 3:37 left to play here in the first quarter. No score. We're at Memorial Stadium here in Evanston. Brian Kelly. They hand off to Brown to the outside. Alex Brown. And he and Spencer Craig go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. It'll be good enough for a first down for the Wildkits. And Evanston on the move here. First and 10. At the 30-yard line, just inside or outside the 30, as it were. About the 30 and a half. The handoff, and lost a couple. Lee, the fullback, and He lost a yard. Yeah, they're saying 2, but I think it's only a yard that he lost, really. Yard and a half. Second down and a long 11. Back to pass to the near side. Flag goes down. Reception made, but flag down. I think somebody didn't check in with the ref over here on the near side. That is the case, and it is an ineligible receiver downfield. It is. He didn't check in with the ref over here on the near side that he was going to be a potential eligible receiver. And that'll be a 5-yard walk-off. And, and now they decided they're going to take their time discussing. They start from the 31 and walk 5 yards back. So it'll be second down and 16. Or is that third and 16? Second and 16. Second down and 16 to go. We're here in the first quarter of tonight's football game. Back to pass again. Throw over here to the near side and intercepted by Matt Kelly. And he's finally brought down at the 28-yard line of the Wildkits. Big time play. Brian Kelly with the interception on a terrible pass by Brian Kelly. That might have been a receiver trying to zig and couldn't get past Matt Kelly. Kind of a zigzag play. You zig, and he zigged when he should have zagged. But the Trevians have the football at the 28 or 29 yard line of the Evanston Wildkits. They hand off to Kelly. Kelly dives ahead and gets inside the 25 down to about the 23 or 4 yard line of the Evanston Wildkits. There have been some big time names that have played in these games. Of course, everybody talks about the new Trier's Clay Matthews, but at least we forget Mike Pyle, center for the Bears, Alex Agassi. Even guys, Patty Driscoll. Now, you don't know Patty Driscoll. Nobody but me knows Patty Driscoll. Patty Driscoll was the first coach of the Chicago Cardinals. Yeah, I think he played with the Bears, but I mean like 1920, 21, 22. Something like that. Very famous coach. And he played high school football for Evanston. Back to pass to the far side, throws, and bumped him on the way down over, and that's going to be pass interference against the Evanston Wildkits. Didn't really go for the ball until the end. And they're calling it pass interference against Evanston. Oh, that was a little close. That was a little close. So it'll be half the distance to the goal line, I believe. Or is it 15 yards? No, it'll be half the distance to the goal line. But in any case, the Trevians have a first and 10. No, they are giving it a 15-yarder. First and 10 for the Trevians from the 12-yard line. Back to pass. Napoleon has time, throws all alone. Andrew Krajewski with the touchdown for the Trevians. Andrew Krajewski with the catch. And now the PAT attempt. They kick up, and it is good. And the Trevians lead 7-0 with 1:05 left to play here in the first quarter. So the new Trier Trevians draw first blood. Always an emotional game between these two teams, Evanston and New Trier. No matter how things have gone during the year for the teams. The kick away and short, taken at about the 15-yard line. Up he goes, flag goes down, and out of bounds at about the 45, but this is going to come back. And I believe holding or something like that. Let's see what they call it. I think it was holding against Evanston. And it was holding. That's why he got up to the 45-yard line. Was that little hold over there on that far side. So we'll bring it back. So it is first and 10 back at about the 19 of Evanston. The Wildkits will take over there. Brian Kelly, they hand off to Alex Brown, and he picks up about, we'll call it 3. Second down and 7. Second and 7. Hand off again to Brown. A little razzle-dazzle there, but picked up another 3. And we'll call it third down and about 2. Third and 2. And that's the end of the first quarter. With the score, the New Trier Trevians 7 and the Evanston Wildkits nothing. We'll be back with more football action from Evanston right after these messages here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. As the football at their own 27-yard line. Hand off to Brown, and going to be short of the first down. Or maybe just got it. Let's see. Let's take a look at some of the other scores here. It was Deerfield 49, Niles North 33. Highland Park 14, Glenbrook North 10. Highland Park will make the playoffs with that. And Glenbrook North will go home. Maine South all over Waukegan as expected, 41-8. Notre Dame squeaks past Bennett, 17-16. The handoff and about 2 yards for Alex Brown. St. Viator 14, Nazareth 12. Over in the mid-suburban league, it was Prospect 37, Buffalo Grove 10, Conant 17, Hoffman Estates nothing, Schaumburg 31, and Palatine 25. Non-conference, North Shore Country Day 54, Luther South 6. We'll get to some of the others here. Hand off to Brown again, and he's going to get a first down, and close to, and will actually go down inside Trevian territory at the 49-yard line of the Trevs. Niles West, 64. Sunbrook South, 49. A lot of running in that game, not much defense. Hersey, 21. Rolling Meadows, 15. The handoff. And a pickup of about 2. Flem, 28. Barrington, 21. Stevenson, 27. And Warren, 20. Both those teams, I think, make the playoffs. And Bartlett, 33. And Elgin, nothing. And I think that makes Bartlett now. Out in the Fox Valley. Fox River Valley, I think they're in the playoffs too. Alex Brown, the ball carrier, yet again. Let's go Trevians. I'm not sure who brought that sign, but that's the Trevian faithful that have slowly been making it over here. I go back to the days when that stand there, which is now only, like maybe the 20 to the 20, used to fill up that whole other side, and they had everybody in the stands out there, over there. There's a basketball now, draws real well. Here's Brown, and he's going to get that first down at the 39-yard line. Or close enough they may want to measure it. They are going to measure. Got to do this fast. That's the sound of the man working on the chain gang. That's the sound of the man working on the chain gang. All day long, then going. Got the first down. I thought so. First and 10 for the Wildkits at the Trevian 39-yard line. I don't know if we'll have time. The playoffs are coming. Maybe after the game today, we'll kind of go over some of the playoffs. Pass is complete over here to the near side on the run, and finally driven out of bounds at the 16-yard line of the Trevian. Well, the Wildkits in good field position here. They're going to spot it at the 15, and it looked like he actually went out of bounds at the 16, but hometown spot. Kelly hands it off. And Jerome Davis, the ball carrier, and he picked up about 2 or 3. We'll call it 2. Second down, and 8 yards to go. Wildcats down to the 13-yard line. The handoff to Brown, and he gets down to about the 10. And that'll bring up a third down and about 5. Third and 5 for the Wildcats at the Trevian 10-yard line. Brian Kelly at quarterback. Thought to pass, and they can't find anybody open. Rolls to the outside, and he's going to go down. Trevian's over there and got him for the down. And that'll bring up a 4th down. And Wildcats going to try for a field goal here. New Trier up 7-0. Second quarter. Fourth down, 8 yards to go. Will Stafford. Older brothers at Johns Hopkins University. The kick is blocked by the Trevians, and it is still wide. Picked up by Andrew Krajewski. Krajewski rumbles ahead to about midfield, and down he goes. Boy, was that a late hit. Boy, did you see that rolling hit at the end of that? He was down, and in any case, Trevians have the ball. Actually, taking a quick look at that, that was not a late hit. Dusty Napoleon, the hands off to Matt Kelly. Kelly gets about 4. Second down and 6. Napoleon. At quarterback, we've got Matt Kelly and Jack D'Angelo in the backfield. Back to pass, and throws a long one, intended for Constant, incomplete. Knocked out of the hands of the 6'5" potential receiver. And that'll bring up a third down. Third down, and 7 yards to go for the Trevians. The handoff to Matt Kelly, dives ahead. It's going to be short of the first down, though. They're going to say that he went down, put the knee down at about the 44, and the Trevians will have to kick this one away, fourth down. And again, it looks like the Trevians may, in fact, go for it here. And the kick to a kick by Ryan O'Rourke. And this one's going to roll dead at about the 11 or 12. I think it's 12. That'll be first and 10 for the Wildcats right there at the 12-yard line. Their own 12. Well, so far it's been a pretty quick football game here. A lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. Man goes in motion to the far side. Back to pass is Kelly. Kelly looking for some help. Throws up the middle. Incomplete. Second down. 10 yards to go. Second and 10. The handoff. Alex Brown again, the ball carrier. And picked up 2. And 3rd down and 8. I don't know how he's calling it Tony Constant. Tony Constant's not even on the field right now. Okay. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Deep in their own territory, Evanston. Butcher with the lead here. Back to pass, in trouble. And he'll take off on his own, looking for the 1st down. Whoa, boy, was he hit by Matt Kelly. And gets up a little woozy. But they're going to spot the ball at about the 20-yard line. Still going to be short. There's a backfield in motion penalty. Backfield in motion, baby. We're gonna have to penalize you. Backfield in motion, baby. You know that's against the rules. We got you with you. Backfield in motion. But it will be declined by the Trevians. They'll get the ball now. 4th down and 2. And awfully deep in the Wildkits territory. The Evanston squad going to kick this one away. And Spencer Craig deep for the Trevians. The snap again, a low one. Boy, they're getting a lot of those. And a kick away taken by Spencer Craig, and he went the wrong way. And finally brought down, and he lost about 4 or 5. And it'll be Trevian's ball at their own 39-yard line. Spencer Craig a little upset about that, and understandably so. Join us for playoff action. 3:43 left to play here in the quarter. Napoleon hands it off Matt Kelly. Matt Kelly dragged down after a gain of about 8 or 9. We'll call it 9. 2nd down and 1. Football started at the 47. Second game of 8. 2nd and 2. They're saying 8. And make it 2nd down and 2. But Ty Burke checks in. And Jack D'Angelo checks out. Yeah, pretty bad spot on the ball there. Sure looked like he gained more than that. And 2nd down and 2. Back to pass. Throws. And incomplete. Intended for Spencer Craig on the far side. So, while we have an opportunity, let's take a brief break. We'll be back with more. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. 2 yards to go on the 47-yard line of the Trevians. Trevians ball. Hand off to Ryan O'Rourke, and he's going to lose a couple. And the Trevians will come up with a 4th down here. I think it's, yeah, it is 4th down. And the Trevians will kick it away here. Fourth down. And the kick away. Merrick Benz taken at the 20 and hit immediately. And creamed immediately. And the Evanston Wildkits will take over right at their own 20-yard line. Now we're set to get underway here. Again, Wildcats with the ball. Get the ball back. The handoff to Alex Brown, and Brown gains a few. We'll call it 5, second down and 5. Late here in the first half of tonight's football action. Join us for the playoffs. Alex Brown, the ball carrier. And that'll bring up a third down and about 3. Third down and 3. The pass over here to the near side, that'll get them the first down. Up around the 36-yard line of the Wildcats. Davis. They move the chains. And that's a first down. 35 seconds left here in the first half. And the clock moving. Back to pass. Alley-oop's a long one, and that's going to fall incomplete. And banged up on the play on top of it is Davis. 14 seconds left to play here. And a timeout for the injury. There you see the injured player. Got the wind knocked out of him. All things considered, this has been a very quick first half. Back to pass. Pass is complete underneath. Gets the first down, avoiding the tackle over there by Dusty Napoleon. And down at the 50-yard line. And the Wildcats going to take a timeout here to try and stop the clock. And stop the clock with just a few seconds left to play. 9 seconds, I believe. Something along that line. Now what do? Hail Mary here? Or try and move it a little closer and go for the field goal to put something on the board by halftime. Either one could be a possibility in this situation. You're halfway there. And anyway, let's see. What do we got here? Let's take a look. Well, let's see. Deerfield now. 8-1 record, and they win the Central Suburban North this year. Allen Park will make the playoffs. Back to pass. Throws underneath. And headed for the near side. He won't get the first down, and down he goes. And a quick timeout taken as he tried to move laterally and get out of bounds. Instead, they'll take the timeout. And 1 second left on the clock, so they'll probably go with a Hail Mary or some such thing here now. Kind of something unusual here for week 9, but I guess they had a couple of games postponed, and I'm not sure exactly why. It was lightning, would be my guess. Conant at Hoffman Estate, Palatine at Schaumburg. Maine West and Maine East also. In any case, I didn't get a score for that one. I don't know. Is there lightning in the area on Friday night, last night? I don't think so, but meaningless games anyway, I guess. A pass. No. It's incomplete, and wouldn't have mattered anyway. The flag was down. He had crossed the legal forward pass and crossed the line. So at the end of the first half, the Trevians lead 7-0. So the Trevians lead this 7-0 as we go to the second half. We'll be back with that in just a few moments here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. And we've started the second half. Trevians leading 7-0. Fielded at about a 15-yard line up ahead. Davis gets a pretty good yardage up to about the 35 of the Wildkits, and that's where Evanston will take over. Andrew Walker brought him down.
A 19-yard kickoff return by Daly. First down, Evanston at the row 34.
So first down for the Evanston Wildkits.
The quarterback remains number 5, Brian Kelly.
Kelly. And the pitch back. Brown gets up close to midfield and out of bounds. They'll spot it at the 49. And a Wildcat first down.
This on number 3, the safety, Dusty Napoleon. Spotted just shy of the midfield.
Napoleon brought him down.
15-yard run by Alex Brown. First down, Wildcat.
The handoff, and not much there.
Met by a host of Trevian tacklers.
They're going to give him a generous spot.
86, Andrew Kieski.
Second down and 8.
Gain of 2 on the carry by Brown, down to the Trevian, 48-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. The handoff, and Alex Brown, the ball carrier. He got maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. And they're going to give him another, give him about a half yard, maybe a yard. That'll bring up a third down and 7. A long 7. Back to pass. Kelly over here to the near side. Broken up. Nice job by Matt Kelly. And that'll bring up a 4th down. A 4th down.
Number 3, Jerome Daly, will drop the punt for the Wildkits. Number 13, Trier Trevians, Trier Trevians.
So Daly drops back. Again, a low snap. And the Trevians will let it go. It'll roll dead inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trevians at the 4-yard line of the Trevs. Well, from the north suburbs now, basically from the area covered by the Metro Chicago Sports Network, we basically know which teams are going to make the playoffs. It'll be Maine South, Stevenson, Niles West, New Trier, Palatine, Bartlett, Deerfield, Highland Park, Buffalo Grove, Prospect, Loyola Academy, and off to Kelly, not much there, and Notre Dame. And they will all be playing in the larger class schools. I was somewhat surprised, Galena. Everybody talks about Galena and the beautiful countryside and whatever out there. Galena High School is Class 1A. That surprised me. Back to pass. Over here to the near side. Nope. Incomplete. Intended for Spencer Craig, and just a little bit overlay.
Jason Sterling, the quarterback, on the coverage for the Wildkits. Now it is 3rd and 9 for the 5.
3rd and 9 yards to go for the Trevians. Oh, forgot Hoffman Estates. Hoffman Estates is also made the playoffs. Back to pass. Throws. Incomplete. Well, 4th down and 9, and the Trevians are going to have to kick this one away deep in their own territory. Got nothing out of that.
Number 83, Eric Benz, has entered the game. He is positioned just inside his end line.
Loyola beat De La Salle 31-6. The kick. And taken at the 39-yard line, and nice job by Ryan O'Rourke. Some open field tackling, and got nothing. Now the Wildkits will set up at their own 40. I mean at the Trevians 40.
The Wildcats will start in New Trier territory, 1st and 10 at their 40.
1st and 10. At the Trevians 40 from the Wildkits. Good field position. Trevians with the lead 7-0. Ryan Kelly hands it off to Brown. Brown maybe picked up a yard. That's what we'll call it. 2nd down and 9.
Taken down by number 18, Carl Burke. Gain of the yard. 2nd and 9. At the
2nd down and 9. Back to pass. Gets hit right away, and under the pressure, he threw it away. A little bit, who was it? It wasn't Trieski. Far side over there. Third down and 9 yards to go for the Wildkits. Third and 9. The rollout, the pitch back over here to the near side. That'll be a first down. And stepped out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
It was number 5, Jack D'Angelo, who threw him out of bounds. A 23-yard run by
And a first and 10 for the Wildkits at the Trevian 21-yard line. The Wildkits on the move a little bit here. Handoff to the outside, and Brown gets down to about the 16-yard line. A little shy of the 15. Second down and 6.
The football is spotted by the officials at the 16 of their Trier. Second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Second down and 6. So we have the Evanston television group here today, a bunch of the high school students doing this. The handoff along the line gets the first down inside the 10, actually to the 5, and that's where the Evanston Wildcats will have first and goal to go. Time for the Trevian goal line stance here at the 5-yard line. This year, only one of the 2 basketball games going to be at Welsh Ryan Arena. I assume a scheduling conflict in McGaw Hall. Brown the ball carrier, and that'll give about 2. Third down and 2. Third down and 2. He hand off to Brown, and he's in for the touchdown. And it's 7-6. Evanston had only 10 men on the field, and they had to take a timeout. We'll let that one out. The kick is up, and it is good. 6:42 left to play here in the third quarter, and we got a new ball game. We're all tied up at 7. And we're set for the kickoff. O'Rourke and Spencer Craig deep for the Trevians, and taken by Spencer Craig at the 2. He gets up past the 20 to about the 21 and brought down. And first and 10 for the Trevians there. First and 10 for the Trevians at their own 21-yard line. Brand new ball game, all tied up at 7. Back to pass. Rolls. Incomplete. Spencer Craig, the intended receiver, all on the far side.
Intended for number 13, Spencer Craig, 2nd and 10.
Next week, here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network, both soccer and football playoffs. Join us for the action next week. On some of our Metro Chicago Sports Network affiliates. Handoff to Spencer Craig. And a gain of Matt Kelly, rather. And a gain of 5. That's what you call knucklehead announce. Wrong player. And Dusty Napoleon will work out of the shotgun. Flag goes down. Illegal procedure against New Trier. Now illegal procedure. And it'll go back to 3rd down and 10. Just a little outside 10. They're calling it 11 here, but a lot of these teams, if it's just on the other side of the line and you're the defense and you're the visitors, they call it 11. If it's theirs, they call it 10 and a half. Dusty Napoleon throws, incomplete, intended for Tad Stacy. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the Wildkits have held here. Eric Benz back to kick.
Number 6, Sergio Rivera Thompson is deep for Evanston.
Now the snap, good one, kick away. Calling for a fair catch. Lost the ball down and went. Flag goes down, and that's a bad call. He never caught that ball. Well, let's watch this again, and you can see, boom, right through the hand, down on the ground, and there were players in the way, and that ref never saw it, and that was a bad call. There were 2 refs there, and they both missed it. That is a terrible call, and boy, I'll tell you, New Trier coaches have a right to be very, very hot about this. Unless they've made the new rule now. He got hit, but after the ball was obviously down on the ground. And I'll call that a personal foul on New Trier and a 15-yard walk-off, and that is a terrible call. And you can see the New Trier players pleading it. Jack D'Angelo and the rest of them, and boy, I'll tell you, the New Trier people have a right to be very hot. That was one of the worst calls I think I've ever seen. So they're calling it 1st and 10 at the 45, and the refs, once they make the call, they're going to stick with it. But boy, I'll tell you, that's one that should have been reviewed. They blew that one and blew it bad. Over to the far side, we got a penalty. Flag goes down for holding. That's kind of a gimme back. So they'll take it back to 10 yards. Daly with a phantom hold. They really, Evanston, I think this was merely a case of a little payback. Give the Trevians those yards back for that bad call on the punt. That was not a personal foul by any stretch of the imagination. He just never caught the ball. Once it hits the ground, it is fair game, but the two refs just never saw it hit the ground. They were standing along the line and blocked by players in the way. On a handoff, on a sloppy handoff, really fumbled, and that'll bring up a third down. They got a second down at the Trevian 40, or the Evanston 49. Second down and 16 yards to go for the Wildkits here. Third quarter. Usually I don't make comments about refs' calls, but that one was so obvious. Pass is incomplete.
Number 6, Thompson.
And that'll bring up third down and 16. There's a lot of high school kids coming up and down those stairs. That's why that camera looks so bouncy. It's not that we can't hold the camera still. It's that every time anybody walks up and down those stairs, in the new press box here, just outside the back of the press box, the whole box vibrates a little bit. It's nice to have the nice new press box here, replacing that old wood one. And he'll take off on his own until he'll go short as he goes down at the 41-yard line. And it'll bring up a fourth down and 5, 6. And the Wildkits will kick it away here.
4th and 6. Now number 3, Jerome Daly has got the punt for the Wildkits.
4th and 6.
13, Spencer Trey for the Trevians.
I wish I had my slow-mo replay, but I don't have it this week. The short kick, but takes a favorable bounce and down at the 15-yard line. That's where the new Trier Trevians will take over here. And before they do, let's take a break for these messages and be right back. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. 3:31 left to play here in the third quarter. New Trier with the football at their own 15-yard line. New Trier scored early. Until late in the first quarter. And the Wildkits have come back here in the third quarter to tie this one up. Not much there. Jack D'Angelo, the ball carrier.
Hit by 21, Justin Bedard, and 66, linebacker Stephen Johnson.
Gain of about 3. Second down and 7 for the Trevians. And Stacy cut wide. Back to pass, throws, complete, and out of bounds. Tad Stacy, the receiver. And that's a Trevian first down at the 30-yard line, or there's about.
That's an 11-yard completion from the Napoleon to Stacy. 1st and 10 from the Trevian 29.
Well, I marked it at the 29. I was a couple of times now I've been kind of interested on their spots. But this one I really didn't get a good close look at. Hand off to Matt Kelly and falls forward and picks up about 2. Second down and 8.
Taken down by 21, the safety, Justin Bedard.
Second down and 8.
Gain it 2 by Kelly, football spotted at the 31. Second and 8.
Napoleon, the quarterback. Back to pass. Throws. Complete. And out of bounds. Jack D'Angelo, I believe, the receiver.
Caught by the fullback, number 5, D'Angelo.
It was D'Angelo.
D'Angelo is taken down by the safety, Justin Bedard. Spotted just shy of the 35, a 4-yard completion.
Second down. And our third and 6 or so. Third and 4, rather. Napoleon again back to pass. Throws. Tad Stacy. Oh my. That's not pass interference? I guess not. He tripped him. And the Trevians again very hot at that same guy. That's the same guy that was back before. I assume they're saying incidental contact, but and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Trevians will have to kick it away here. And well, emotions certainly do run high in this ball game. Yeah, pass interference. I don't know. That was it close. It was kind of a trip, and the feet kind of got entangled, maybe a little bit, maybe a little incidental. But oh my, what a great kick! It's going to roll dead at about the 6-yard line. 56-yard kick. Make it 59-yard kick. Wow. So the Wildkits take over at their own 6-yard line as we wind down the third quarter here.
First and 10 from the 6 with a minute to play in this quarter.
So, the Trevians emotionally getting a little drained here. Screaming and yelling at the refs with some bad calls here. Or to them, bad calls. Seems to me this reffing stuff is sort of a repeat. Boy, there have been a lot of these. Matt Waddick's senior year. Waddick hit the game winner with a 50-yard crossbody bomb to Patrick Newmeyer. Evanston came back, got within 1 or 2. 1, I believe. Flag goes down and another delay of game call against Evanston. And Evanston tried for an onside kick. It only went 8 yards before one of the Wildkits touched it, and they still ruled it a fair onside kick. And Evanston recovered. Matt Waddick knocked down the ball. As a defensive back. And it led to the Trevian victory that year. And as we said, the mouth guard game. Fumble, but he was already down, they're going to say. And that's the end of the third quarter. We're all tied up at 7 now as we go to the fourth, and we'll be back with more here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network right right after these messages. Set for the fourth quarter of tonight's football action. Here at Evanston. Back to pass. Throws near side. Caught. And first and 10 for the Trevians. For the Evanston Wildkits at the 21-yard line. Evanston and New Trier. Always an intense game. A handoff, and nothing there to that fullback. Phil Dotson with the tackle. Second and 9.5. New Trier and Evanston. Boy, is this a storied rivalry. We call this maybe the #1 rivalry in the state. There's a pass, almost caught, and wasn't. Nearly intercepted as well by Spencer Craig. So third down and 9 yards to go for the Wildcats. Immediately after this game, we'll have the pairings for all the teams on the network. I'll stick around, we'll put that together for you right after this game. Back to pass. Throws incomplete. And long incomplete. And that'll bring up a fourth down. No reason for overthrowing that one. Fourth down and 9 yards to go.
Number 13, Spencer Craig, has got to the Trevians.
Fourth down. Low snap again, the kick away. And caught by Spencer Craig. He gains about a yard and then gets hit.
That was a 34-yard punt.
Reveals.
A 1 yard return by Craig to his 46. The Trevians will be
In any case, Thompson Rivera. Or Rivera Thompson, I forget how he says that, but he's the one that made the tackle. First and 10 for the Trevians. At their own 46-yard line. Fourth quarter. Game tied at 7. Two evenly matched teams this year. And, oh my, O'Rourke gets those legs rolling, and he gets down to the 30-yard line. Actually, they may even give him better than that. No, they're going to find out where he went out back at the 35, but nonetheless, first and 10 New Trier. Good job by Ryan O'Rourke. Nice job of spinning away from the tackle. So first and 10 for the Trevians. Back to pass. Over here to the near side. Jack D'Angelo with the reception.
Dropped by number 1, Jody Ellis, the safety.
Inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line.
27, that's a gain of 8 on the completion.
Second down and 2.
Second and 2.
Second and 2. New Trier and Evanston come into this game identical 6-2 records. Fourth quarter. Boy, these coaches can be an excitable lot, can't they? Close to the first down. It depends on the spot of the ball. And they're going to spot it short of the first down.
Number 72, defensive lineman Gerald Jones. It's spotted at about the 26, gain of a yard. Third and 1.
Third down and a yard to go. And on second effort, I think Napoleon got it past the line there, which will give them the first down. And then they want to measure this yet. They are going to measure.
We have an official timeout for a measurement. It's just inside the 25.
That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. All that, on. No, Trevians got the first down.
First down of Trier.
First and 10 for the Trevians.
Spotted at about the 25. Napoleon got a yard. First down.
Well, the Trevians in good field possession now. Trying to regain the lead. Napoleon rolls to pass, throws complete. Ty Burt, the ball carrier. And inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Now make up the 17-yard line. Second down and about 2 or 3.
Gain of 8 yards of the completion. Second and 2 from the 17 of Evanston.
And new Trier Trevians. And Evanston.
Go play.
Pretty close to the 100th meeting between these two schools. It's not the oldest, but certainly one of the most legal procedure against New Trier. And a loss of 5 yards here.
The 5-yard penalty will put the Trevians
being 6 and 8.
22.
Second down and 8, rather.
Second and 7.
The next, I think the oldest one is Aurora East and West, but certainly none have been more colorful or intense as the New Trier Evanston. This year, only the New Trier games will be, the New Trier home games will be played at Welsh Ryan Arena basketball. Screen pass, Ryan O'Rourke, he's got some room, 10, 5, touchdown New Trier. Ryan O'Rourke on the screen pass, and the Trevians regain the lead. And the flag undooted fly here. Now we go for the PAT.
Will attempt the conversion out of the hold of Dusty Napoleon.
Napoleon the hold. The kick is up, and it is good. And Trevians lead 14-7. 7:27 left to play. And the Trevians to kick off here. Trevians leading, following the screen pass. Up ahead and gets as far as the 36. First and 10.
Ball is spotted at about the 36 to 15-yard kickoff return by Thomas Duke. The Wildcats begin there.
First and 10. For Evanston. Lateral back. And again, Brown, the ball carrier, and picked up about 2.
Taking off by number 18, Ty Burke.
And make it 1.
Spotted at the 38.
No, I am right, too.
Second and 8.
Second and 8. From the 2. A gain of 2 on that play. Alex Brown has had a pretty good afternoon for the Wildkits today. Lateral over to the far side. Pass is complete. First down. And they say he went out at the 48-yard line. Look at the 49. And that's good enough for a first down for the Wildcats. First and 10. Kelly with a long count. And off to Brown. And Alex Brown gains about 5. Second and 5.
Spotted at the 46. Alex Brown picked up 5. Second and 5.
Second down, 5 yards to go. Back to pass. Kelly. It's a screen pass over here to the near side. Brown. He's at the 40. Good solid tackles. And Brown. And finally brought down by Dodson, I believe. Inside the 20 at the Trevian 19-yard line. It is first and 10 for the Wildcats there. Well, Evanston coming right back after giving up the touchdown to the Trevians. And the Wildcats in good field position. To give you an idea of what sort of rivalry these two schools have, the very first interscholastic swimming meet ever held was New Trier and Evanston back in about 1913 at the YMCA in Evanston. The first high school to have their own swimming pool was New Trier.
By 13, Spencer Craig, and 53, Thomas Acock. Ball to the yard. Second and 11 at the 20.
The very first NCAA basketball championship was held in Beardsley Gym here at Evanston. Men's basketball championship back about 1938, something like that. Alex Brown, the ball carrier. And third down. Looks like about 11. I'll call it back to 10, third and 10. Evanston trying to get the equalizer here. Possibly go for a 2-point conversion. Back to pass. Throws. And they're calling it pass interference, but no one touched him. How can you have pass interference when no one touched him? Wasn't anybody near him. But they're calling it pass interference against New Trier. And I'll tell you that may well be another bad call. Unless he was bumped along the line as he first came out. But then it would be within the possibility here. Pass interference against New Trier. Well, each team now has gotten in close with a pass interference call. New Trier scored on theirs. Hand off to Brown. Charges ahead. Down to the 5-yard line. A little shy of it looks like. Well, I'll tell you, I've looked at that one. We also have a wide-angle camera that we can look at. And I was looking at both angles, and I never saw anybody hit him. The refs must have graduated from Evanston today. They've blown 3 here. 2 that were obvious and 1 that was kind of close. And thrown for a loss. 3rd down. And about 6.5 to go for the touchdown. I don't usually comment about refs. You know that. But, boy, they really blew that fair catch. And now this pass interference. Touchdown, Evanston. And it's 14-13 with the PAT coming up. The kick is up, and it is good. We're tied back up at 14. I don't know. I might have even tried for the 2 points. Of course, it depends on whether or not you have confidence, considering they stopped Brown a couple of times. Trevians take it at their own 2. And down at the 14. Spencer Craig with the return. So now the Trevians and the Wildkits facing a possibility of OT here. Unfortunately, these 2 teams, about the only thing that's at stake is who will have a home game, considering they'll start the playoff seeding in just a little while in real time. Can you imagine you go to a 3 or 4 overtime and here's pass in, thrown away, intended for Tad Stacy. He was close enough. 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Now the 6 Minute 6 left to play. And the fourth quarter. I was thinking about that. What happens if you have a game? Well, they set up these games ahead an hour to make sure they're done in time for the playoffs. So what happens if you have a 3 or 4 overtime game and it runs past the time? Back to pass. It is complete to Andrew Krajewski. I suppose, or what happens if you have even better, what happens if you have a game that goes into overtime and then has to be called on account of darkness, and both teams are 4 and 4, or 5 and 4, or 4 and 4, and a decision on who gets that into the playoffs. Well, you could have some really interesting things go on. The pass is complete to Ryan O'Rourke for the first down at the 42-yard line of the Trevians. And the clock stops to move the chains. Trevians are already set up. Napoleon works out a shotgun. Back to pass. Throws. Incomplete. Knocked away. Intended on the far side for, I believe, Tad Stacy. It was Tad Stacy. 2nd and 10. On the Trevian 42. Trevians with the ball. Back to pass again. Napoleon patiently waits in the pocket, throws, incomplete. Again intended for Tad Stacy, I would assume. Just basically downing the ball, though. Keep some time on that clock here. We'll give you all the brackets of the teams that are going to still be alive here in the north suburbs. Third and 10. Hand off to Kelly. Kelly gets into Evanston territory, and the Trevians going to take a timeout here. We're going to take an official timeout anyway with a measurement. Oh, the big one here. That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. All day long. Trevian's got the first down. Minute 24. Oh, I thought there was more time than that. Or less time than that. Minute 24 left to play. I am somewhat surprised by how much time there is left. Back to pass. Napoleon throws to the side. Incomplete. Andrew Krajewski, the intended receiver. Wow. Well, we got a barn burner. We're tied up at 14. Basically a minute left to go in the fourth quarter. Trier scored first. Evanston tied it. Trier took the lead a second time. Evanston tied it a second time. Flag goes down. And a sideline warning, I believe, against Evanston. They've been... We have a sideline warning issued to Evanston. I think they one too many times those coaches were walking out on that field. Back to pass. Napoleon throws. Incomplete, out of bounds. Caught by Ryan O'Rourke, but out of bounds. And while we have this opportunity, let's take a brief break for station identification. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. And 10, minute 4 left to play here in the fourth quarter. And again, Napoleon will work out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws. Incomplete. And it's fourth down. And what do? You go for it. No, they are going to kick it away and hope for the best. I think Coach Mortier just aged about 5 years in that series. The kick away, and it will roll dead at the 21-yard line. First and 10 for the Wildkits with just 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and we are all tied up. Wow. Well, another typical New Trier Evanston football game. That's all I can say about this one. Wow. Brian Kelly. Hands it off to Brown. Brown is dragged down from behind, or held up anyway. He gained about 5.
By number 18, Ty Burke, spotted at the 26, gain of 5, second and 5. The clock is
second and 5.
24 seconds to go.
Back to pass. Brian Kelly in trouble. Now lets loose a long one. Intercepted by Spencer Craig. And down he goes at the 34-yard line. With 9 seconds left to play, make it at the 33 of the Trevian. New Trier has the football back on the interception. A big one by Spencer Craig. At least as far as preventing any Hail Mary. That 9 seconds left to play. And timeout taken by the Evanston Wildkits. Wow. 9 seconds left to play. 14 all. I don't know. I don't know if I'd go Hail Mary or I'd just wait and try and win it in OT. That's certainly part of the questions that we're probably going through everyone's mind right about now. Whoa, what do you say? You know, what do you say in this situation? My mind going a mile a minute here thinking of stuff, but obviously they're going to go to the air. Chelsea Napoleon back to pass. Throws and complete. Wow, what a great catch by Ryan O'Rourke down the sideline at the 32-yard line. That would be a pretty long try for a field goal. Maybe you try and get even closer. 1 second left on the clock. Not only was that a great catch, but he had a presence of mind to fall out of bounds and leave something on the clock. So the Trevians going to take a timeout. Now what do? You go for the field goal here? I mean, you could do that. Maybe try the screen pass again. O'Rourke busted one earlier here in the second half for that. Or you just down it and take it to overtime. Maybe even try for a long count. I suppose you could do that too. Take the long count, see if you can get them to draw offside. We're at Memorial Stadium, Evanston, 14-all. First and 10 for the Trevians. Napoleon back, and again it is that screen pass to the far side. 20, and no, he's not going to get in, so we're going to go to overtime. We'll be back in just a moment with overtime. We're tied up at 14 at the end of regulation. We'll be back with more football action here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network right after these messages. And New Trier have gone to overtime. Evanston, by the coin flip, has gained first possession. They get 4 downs to score. If they do score, New Trier gets 4 downs. And we go until somebody comes out a winner out of this. 4 downs from the 10-yard line. Kelly's pass complete and brought down rather quickly by Spencer Craig. Now second down and 6. Make it 7. Second and 7. On the OT. New Trier and Evanston have gone to the extra frames. This is the 3rd extra frame game for Evanston. New Trier has not had one this year. In fact, it's been a number of years, I think, since I think the last extra frame game was that playoff game with Loyola. And Kelly ran out of time, and Jack D'Angelo brought him down at about the 5-yard line. And I do believe that was the last overtime game, was that New Trier Loyola game in 6A playoffs back in 1999. Or 1998, it was one of those 2 years. That one went to 2 overtimes. Back to pass. And down he goes from behind. Jack D'Angelo brought him down.
Dropped by number 72.
Spencer Helmuth also in on that tackle. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
A loss of 2. Now it is 4th and goal.
4th and goal from the 7. And they're going to go for the field goal here.
Will Stafford has ended the game.
So Stafford will go for the
4-yard
field goal, but New Trier going to take time out to make him think about it a little bit. The magic of tape. We're set again. We're in OT. The kick is up, and Evanston has their first lead of the whole game here, 17-14 in overtime. But New Trier has 4 downs here to equal it or do better. New Trier, before we even get started here, had 12 men in the huddle out on the field and a loss of 5. So it's first and goal for the Trevians from the 15-yard line because of 12 men in the huddle. Boy, how could you do that in overtime? Oh, man. And Matt Kelly, the ball carrier, gets back to about the 11-yard line. Second down. And 11.
It's on at the 11. A gain of 4. Second and goal for the 11 of Evanston.
Well, Dusty Napoleon known for passing, something that Brian Kelly from Evanston is not exactly known for, is his passing ability. Napoleon back to pass. Looking. Now throws, and whoops. His receiver, as he tried to backtrack, lost his footing. So third down and 11.
Intended for number 13, Spencer Craig.
Spencer Craig, the intended receiver, and Spencer is trying to get open by forcing the man forward and then getting him to go back, trying to go back, and in the process he lost his footing. So now it is third down and 11. And the Trevians have taken another timeout here. Taking a timeout to think this one over. What do you do? The last thing you want to do is have a 4th down situation and all you can do is tie. I suppose I'd rather have that than a 4th down situation and go for it and miss. Evanston with the lead now, 17-14 on the field goal here in overtime. And obviously the Trevians wanted to talk this one over. Third and goal from the 11-yard line. Back to pass, a roll out to the right, the throw, touchdown! Oh my, sensational catch by Andrew Krajewski. And the Trevians are victorious, 20-17.
20, Evanston 17. This game has ended. An 11-yard touchdown start from Dusty Napoleon.
To Krajewski.
A 3-point victory in overtime.
And the Trevians beat Evanston 20-17. I only wish I had my fireworks or the slow-mo replay, but in any case, Trevians win it. Great catch by Krajewski through traffic. Great throw by Napoleon.
Evanston 17. This game has ended. An 11-yard touchdown.
11-yard touchdown. Napoleon to Krajewski, and the Trevians end up 7-2 on the year, while the Wildkits end up 6-3. Both go to the playoffs. So join us for the playoff pairings here. We'll do those right after we pause for some more messages. Final score here, the New Trier Trevians 20, the Evanston Wildkits 17 in overtime. This is Mark Rod. Those of you leaving us, hope you